I'm Erik Linask. I'm here at Cloud Expo in New York, and I'm talking with Adaptivity's Tony Bishop. Tony, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Erik. How are you today?
You know what? I'm great. Had a few issues as I mentioned getting down here, but it looks like a very busy, very happening show.
It is. It's actually been very exciting. There's close, they say, to 5,000 people. Sessions have been packed, and it's just been, I think, a representative of what's going on in the technology industry and how cloud computing is going to have a very big impact on the industry.
Well, there's no question of the focus and the energy surrounding the cloud space. But tell me a little bit about Adaptivity. I know you guys, you were telling me, started actually just recently, made official the announcement of the product that you've been working on.
Yeah, we're a 2.5-year-old company. We were founded, it's a group of us that are ex-Wall Street technologists that realized that we'd like to do something different, and there's a better way of doing IT. And we've launched officially, as you stated, today or this week, blueprintforit.com software suite that helps firms be able to model their application workload and infrastructure and build very dynamic blueprints of how do I go about changing it to exploit cloud paradigms and optimize the data center at the same time.
So when you say build blueprints, what exactly are your customers building blueprints of?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the best way for people to think about what we're doing and what our customers are doing, we now have over 26 customers that have been working with us for the last 2.5 years, is draw from the construction industry. And in the construction industry, you're dealing with things like you have to build a blueprint and follow building codes for where you're building the building. You have to make sure architecturally, engineering-wise, HVAC, electricity, plumbing, all the different pieces are there and it meets code, and then you get your certificate of occupancy. What we realize is IT doesn't quite have that maturity and discipline to the way that they go about building and deploying systems. So what we've done is we've been able to come up with intelligent software, intelligent algorithms around a design science to allow people to output blueprints that say, architecturally, what do I need to change in my applications or my infrastructure or my operating model? Engineering-wise, what do I need to tune or add or take out? And then operationally, what does the process model have to look like now that I have this dynamic, optimized, cloud-like paradigm?
So, are you targeting really larger data centers, or who really is the target audience for you?
It's surprising. The audience has become very expansive for us over the last year in particular, and even this week with the Cloud Expo here, we found that it's been even more broadening in nature. We have 3 main targets. We have large enterprises. Obviously, they have massive IT spends. They're trying to figure out how to reduce that, yet deliver more service, better service, faster. So having been guys that have come from that space, we can talk to them, we can relate to them, we can give them ideas and thoughts. So both from an advisory service and our tools, we're finding we're helping a lot of them. Secondarily, large systems integrators to small consulting firms love to take advantage of our tools to be able to do the same thing for small, medium enterprises types. So we're finding we have a very broad applicable fit there. And third and finally is the OEM space. The hardware and software manufacturers, from the Intel to the Oracles to the Ciscos, are going, hey, wouldn't it be great for me to codify best practice design knowledge around our tools and technology in Adaptivity's tool to help clients be able to build tailored blueprints that best exploit our technology to help them drive best impact. So it's a kind of a 3-channel approach.
Well, certainly planning and best practices, when developing and enhancing your IT infrastructure is absolutely necessary these days. So is your software best suited for new build-outs or enhancements to existing facilities?
It's a great question. It's all the above. It's all the above in that, if you're going to build net new, right? Absolutely. What's it going to allow you to do? You're going to build it much quicker, much faster, right the first time. The retrofits, when you think of a retrofit or a redesign of existing platforms, they probably need it even worse because it's a spaghetti mess that you're typically inheriting and trying to figure out how do I clean through and what are my best options, and then make so that everybody's on the same page. So we're finding we actually see about 50% in both. We're finding we're engaged with our tools and our services to help people optimize existing and also start to really build out net new, which is really starting to occur, and you can see that momentum happening this year.
How much work did you have to put into working with other vendors, whether application vendors or hardware vendors, infrastructure vendors, in order to be able to allow folks to optimize what they're doing?
Yeah. Two parts to that answer. One is you've got a collection of about 40 of us that are master architects, master engineers, 20 plus experience or more, having lived and built and worked with all the top vendors for many years. So we're able to draw upon that one. Two, we've probably spent in the last year about 5 dedicated people doing nothing working with top vendors, their key product catalogs, their key capabilities, and incorporating that into our massive design knowledge base that we have with the tools. So you've got a culmination of hundreds of man years into the design science, and it's not a one-time thing. We've built an R&D engineering lab where we continually vet new use cases, new scenarios, new patterns, new technologies too.
Good. Well, like we said, planning is an absolute necessity, and especially when you're looking to integrate the excitement around the cloud into your business models. I've been talking here with Adaptivity's Tony Bishop at Cloud Expo in New York City. Tony, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Eric. Have a great day.